he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin, Toby gon' kill his speed.
What's good, Dave?
You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jackson looking to throw right away. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will have a Ravens first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Throwing is Jackson. All the up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jahdae Barron. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On play action, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he gets met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. Second
to throw is Nix. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Here is third and quite a ways.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
Throwing Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. Too long for a field goal. Too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. Here's Nix. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Nix going to give to Harvey. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Captain.
Harvey into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
Mike Green on the stop. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Ravens' 1-yard line.
Bombers.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Ready. Ready. Motion. Joe.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They're going. It's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on fourth and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
Oh, hell no.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hell no.
Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
To the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And the Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Shoves him away. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Pardon, I think he's going to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Jackson now. He'll try and do this himself. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No score after one on EA Sports.
Real quick, ready?
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Henry running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
13.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
And this one is right through. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it is how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field and not on the sidelines dwelling for it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Hey, Sean, let's go! Kill! Hey, kill!
To throw, here's Nix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Jackson. And this throw is complete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Jackson. The 20. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 41 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
How the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Captain.
Nix to the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it
On third down, Harvey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram, 61 yards. And the Broncos take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
From the 40 now on second down, Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the gun, Jackson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Pat Surtain. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Now it's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play, but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Motion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, we're good.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Harvey now on first and 10. And he's got this down to the 35. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
At the 35-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll swing this out to Harvey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing Nix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. They make this an 8-point game. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
But I was trying to get down for the town when I done.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
21
Bombers,
yards.
bombers, bombers.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And they'll find Sutton on the right side complete. Second and 7, operating from the 34.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7. At the Ravens.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To the right, yep. Motion, motion. Show.
Nix from the shotgun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Oh, my son. Ready. Ready. Hey, Sean, let's go. Hey, motion. Captain.
They're going. It's Nix. Quick hit here. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Broncos
I thought
unable
you
to
had it.
convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson now. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 10.
Motion. Ready. Bombers. Chill.
Back to throw. Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To the right, yep. Captain. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. That's complete left side to Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Baltimore.
To throw again is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. Here's Jackson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th.
13.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he is caught. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 16. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker. I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Report! Ready!
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
And the Ravens first down.
Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that, at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ready? My name is... Chill.
To throw, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Trenton Simpson. Well, he just flew in there to drop him.
At the 46-yard line.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Olay. Hey, motion. Bombers. Olay.
Nix to the air. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Oh, I said...
Throwing after the interception. Nix. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Captain. Oh, my son. Back to the right, yeah. Motion. Chill.
Operating from the gun, Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. Now he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Nix. And his pass is intercepted for the 4. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Nah, he the wrong guy.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Bombers.
In motion right is the running back. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very...
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Broncos 17. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw is Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Here we go.
This offense so far on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Broncos.
Looking to throw. Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nick's going to keep this himself. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready? Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Throwing Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Nix looking to throw again. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Hey, we're good.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now an audible here into something else. They run straight ahead with Hardy. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And on the clock down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
37.
Back to throw. Nix. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try him in with Hardy. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 3.
180. To what? 180. Nice shot.
Jackson options out left. Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
And the Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. For the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Working out of the gun is Nix. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Broncos 1st down.
Bombers.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Nix once more. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the...
They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff to Henry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 78 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Ravens.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 16-yard line.
Wait, ready?
Now Lamar. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Oh, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit, because receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try to keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Nix, a short throw to Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. Down inside the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and 3.
Yellow. 180.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Yellow.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Mahomes going to change things up. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 58 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.